would get that from a dog.
I remember laying in bed at one point and I was watching something on television about a story someone didn't survive what I was diagnosed with, and I just kind of broke down under the pressure. And he literally came in from the other room, jumped up on the bed, and just kind of put his head on my chest. Like he really knew, just to be there with me and stay with me.
Things in my personal life went south very fast, and I lost a lot of things that were really important to me. And almost overnight, yeah, I know. Almost overnight, he transformed into this incredible creature who just wasn't nearly so goofy anymore, and he chose me. And that's when I feel like the partnership started.
I started using Skylar in my creative visualizations, and so I would send him in. And I really do credit Skylar with me doing as well as I have, and I'm sorry that he's gone, but he's still, you know, he's still here, he still helps me, and all of that.
To see Jerry in his own,
I would imagine that the HIV were mice, and I would send Skylar in to go get the mice. And, you know, this is back when we had no real therapy, and I don't know how much stock you can put in it, but I did well, and other friends did not. And so I really do credit
in places like this really gives me a kick.
Go, Jerry, go.
And we've been able to do that. We've been to so many spectacular places in the last year.
It was just about living in the moment like dogs do, and taking every day by day and trying not to fear about what's coming.
That was bone cancer.
That's why he has 3 legs, but he does great.
In the meantime, we're just kind of traveling around with them and showing. I have a golden retriever Rottweiler, who's 11 years old. It's the same leg, Jerry.
Cut out a cartoon the other day and put it on the inside of our mirror, and it's the writer looking at his watch saying, "What time is it?" And the dog says, "Now, now, 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 now." And he says, "Dogs always know what time it is."
Last week, we went to see my family in Los Angeles, and Jerry needed some heartworm medication. And the vet, so we gotta get up at a decent hour.
We need to be on the same page about what we're willing to do, and not do is more important. And me personally, I don't want to.
For us, with him, I'd rather have more quality time for him with us.
So his one remaining front leg is up here, heads up this way, and then his tail's down here, okay? And at this point, from what I can tell in these x-rays, I'm most concerned about 2 different spots, not just one. There's one main mass here, and then there's this additional thing, which is really hard to see. He, you know, by nature of him having tumors in his lungs right now, the average survival time is about 2.5 months, okay? And that's without any treatment. And I know that's hard to hear, without any treatment at all. Now, if we decide to go down this route, I've used this for, I would say, about 5 or 6 years now, this sort of option. I would say that a good outcome in his case would be 6 months, okay? And that's feeling good. I don't want him 6 months sick.
Right.
I want him 6 months feeling good, being his normal Jerry self, you know, and maybe being a little tired on walks here and there, and that's fine. You know?
As she was standing there explaining our options, I just kept thinking, why? Why didn't I do this sooner? Maybe that tumor wouldn't be there.
And I know it would still be there, and it would come back eventually. Going to clinics back and forth wouldn't have been worth it to me. Is there any sort of self-administered euthanasia, or is it just you need to do it right? You need someone to do that.
Yeah, you need to have a veterinarian do that. But what you can do is, if you see he's starting to get worse, is that you can add in more pain medications to keep him as pain-free and as comfortable as you can. Exactly. You have such an incredible bond with him that you just need to look in his eyes, you know, and he'll let you know. He'll let you know.
You ready to go? You wanna? You wanna go? spoken to me in my dreams lately, as if he knows what's coming, and he doesn't care. As if he's protecting us. I had a dream that we were walking in the forest and the big bad wolf came, and he was going to eat us, and it was getting scarier and scarier, but Jerry chased him off, and that wolf wouldn't come near us. In a perfect world, we would see this beautiful stretch of land after a long, long time on the road with Jerry. We'd see him run on it. He'd get to live there, and eventually be put to rest there.
Now you're gonna make me cry. It blows me away. It really does. The fact that he was able to get us out here.
Tired, Jerry?
You know, it came in an unpleasant way with the cancer, but there's always a silver lining with everything, and this is what it is with cancer and Jerry.
The dog has taught me to respect life. The dog sees things differently, hears things differently. It's a different world.
They're wild. They're still wild. And they bring that back to us.
All I know is that that day in the shelter, he came and he like almost sat on my head. He was like, hi, I'm here, and I'm going to give you another chance. Meaning me as a representative of the human race. So that is an amazing, amazing gift.
He would remind me constantly of what it was that I was striving for, which was a healthy, conscious life, you know? So in that way, you know, he was a Zen teacher.
Their love mends my soul when I'm ill. And when I get home from the hospital, I get well faster when I'm surrounded by them.
You're under the covers and the world is horrible, but they have to be walked. So you drag yourself out of your bed, and you don't drag yourself out of your grief, but you drag yourself out of your bed and you go outside and you walk them, and they have gotten you back into the world. They've gotten you back into a really beautiful part of the world where there's air and sun and sensations, and you come back to life. They really bring you back to life. They do.